Hi, this is my volunteer husband. I am going to do a physical nutritional examination on him. So first up, we're gonna do the micronutrients first. And I've got my little flashlight on my phone. And I'm gonna start with the hair. So I'm just gonna examine your hair. Scalp looks good. There's no irregularity in hair color. The only thing that I do notice, obviously, in his beard is that there's a little bit of gray hair, but we are getting older, so that is definitely a sign of just natural aging. Other than that, the hair does not, come out easy. His hair is quite soft, nice. It definitely looks good, so no malnourishment that I can detect from there. Then I'm going to take a look at your nails. Can I see your hands, please? When I look at his nails, there's no irregularity, there's no indents, there's no weird color. They're all pinkish in the color. And then when I press on it, it returns back to normal color within about 2 to 3 seconds. So the nails are normal. So no malnourishment detected there. And then I'm just gonna check your skin. I mean, on first appearance, I don't see any dryness. I don't see any wounds. The skin is quite supple, so I don't see any major dryness on the skin. Just checking on your legs as well. You don't have any dryness anywhere, right?
No.
All right. Yeah. So the skin looks healthy. There's no irregularity in the skin or anything. Okay. Now I'm gonna just check for fluids in your body, and we check that just by sort of pressing on your skin in areas. I'm going to start at the top in your upper body. So when I do press on areas on your skin, it returns back to normal. Let's see here. Looks good. Looks good. Just check your legs as well. Okay, returns back to normal color within a few seconds. There's no indentations, which definitely is a good sign of hydration. And I'll do the lower part of your body. I'm just going to press on the top part of your foot. Yep. So, looks good. And I'm going to do your ankle as well. Okay. Yep. Excellent. No signs of dehydration. Now I'm gonna check the subcutaneous fat of your body. So we'll start with your triceps. If you can just sort of have it at a 90-degree angle. What I'm gonna do is just sort of pinch your fat underneath without taking any muscle. Just kind of rolling around in my hand, and I can feel a healthy amount of fat under there. I just want to show the camera as well. So it's definitely a healthy amount, I would say. Okay, the next thing we're gonna check is with your ribs as well. So for this one, if you can stand up, I'm gonna have you press your right hand into the wall there. If you can just kind of face the camera a little bit, okay? A little bit like that, yeah. And then, are you pressing into the wall? Okay. So just kind of like checking to see if there is any visible signs of ribs. I mean, there's very, very slight, but I don't feel much ribs, or don't really see any of that either. I don't see much exposed bone. Okay, and if you can stay like that, you don't have to press it anymore, just your hands next to your side, and basically I'm just gonna feel your love handles, which he has definitely a good set and healthy amount of fat here. Okay, thank you. So you can actually stay there because we're going to do a muscle exam, okay? And we're gonna start with your clavicle region, so if you can face just this way a little bit, yeah? So I'm just gonna check this side over here, and what I'm gonna do is under this bone over here, just kind of gonna press on it and feel if there's any bones, but I don't feel much bone. It feels quite soft. And you don't look very bony, so I don't see any malnourishment there. Okay. And then we're gonna do your shoulders. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of press along over here, and I do feels hard and soft at the same time, which makes me think there's quite a bit of muscle there, but you're not very tense. Over here on the side, each side of his shoulder is nice and soft, not bony at all. A little bit of bone here on the shoulder, but I still feel some layers of fat. I don't feel it being very bony. And then here feels nice and soft. Okay. So now can you turn back around again, and we'll start with your right hand. If you can press on the wall, just straight on. Yeah, press on the wall. I'm going to just look at this part of your body right now. Let's see. Okay, do you see some muscle? Clear visible muscle. Don't feel much of bones, but I do feel muscle. Okay, can you do it for the other arm? Okay. Same thing on the other side. I don't see any visible bones, but I do feel muscle all around. Okay, thank you. Next one, you can sit back down for me. Okay, the next one is the interosus. Make an okay sign for me. We'll start with this right hand. Okay, press the fingers together. All right, and what we're looking for is just an indentation and there is not much of an indentation here. Okay, and I'm just gonna touch around over here, and I definitely feel muscle. I mean, there's a very, very slight but normal indentation. Can you do the other hand for me? Okay, press on your fingers. Same on the other hand, very slight indentation, but definitely muscle all around. Okay, your quadriceps, if you can just pull your hands up there. Okay, and if you can sit on the chair. Yeah, we'll start with this leg. Okay, if you can press into the ground with your heel, just so that we can get a nice tightened muscle over here. Okay, I'm just gonna touch around it. Definitely good, healthy muscle. I do not see an indent on the inner thigh. There is just, it's smooth all around, and just a good amount of muscle. Can you do the other leg for me? Okay, press in with your heel. All right, good amount. Yes, same thing on this leg as well. I don't see an indentation in the inner thigh, just muscle. Okay, thank you. All right, the knee. Okay, I do not see any bone. I see a slight bony over there, but I think that is quite normal. Other than that, I feel muscle, especially on the top part of the knee and on the inside of the knee. I feel muscle, but I do not feel much bone. And that's good layer of healthy fat around the knee. Then I'm gonna just check your calf. Okay, if you can start with this leg for me. Just bring your toes up, yeah, and slightly press with your heel in the floor. Yeah, and then make your calf muscle, flex your calf muscle for me. Yeah, on the front here I can see a visible muscle. On the side, nice bulge, muscle all around. Okay, same thing on the other leg for me. Okay, flex your calf muscle. Yeah, same thing. I feel good amount of muscle contracted, visible muscle as well. Okay, thank you. All right, last one I'm gonna do is a functional exam. So I do not have a dynamometer, but we do have this. So it does measure not strength, but I think it is quite an indication of that. So we're improvising today. So if you can take your dominant hand, and then if you can have your elbow 90 degree, and then press it in and release, and again. And actually, can you do it with the non-dominant hand? Yeah, squeeze and release, and do it again. Okay, it's very clear that there are muscles that are formed, and he is able to squeeze it in all the way as much as his dominant hand. Overall, I do not see any signs of malnourishment, good healthy fats, good healthy muscles, and a very good hydration status.